back again. Ross, I understand you wrote a book called Another Mother, yeah?
It's correct, yes.
Yeah.
Another Mother, out October 21st.
Good. I want to find out why you wrote this book.
I had a particularly close relationship with my childhood nanny, such that she became a second mother to me, hence the book title, Another Mother. And I had, throughout my...
What do you remember about her? What sort of memories did you have of her?
So Desna Sanderson, my nanny, was quite caring. She was very disciplined and made sure that we stayed on task with homework. She made sure that we were writers and thinkers.
So she was an inspiration to you?
She was, and I sort of always knew that, but as I was thinking about all of that, I kept getting asked, where are you from? What's your accent? And, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's not quite American and it's not quite this or that. There's a foreignness to it. And I do think that in her part of Jamaica, St. Elizabeth Parish, there is this very subtle Jamaican accent that has, seeped into my articulation and enunciation.
I can hear it, just ever so slightly.
And so I initially wrote an essay as a sort of response to that, describing bath time with Jamaica, with Desna and her Jamaican influence, describing our ackee and saltfish breakfasts and, cooking Johnny cake and all these sort of beautiful memories of my childhood. But what happened after her death in 2010, I happened to be in Jamaica doing a magazine story about the Jews of Jamaica. There is a long history of
I know.
Jewish history.
Yeah, it goes back to the 1500s, yeah.
Yeah, and sort of post-Columbus, there is an argument about whether he and his crew were crypto Jews, but there was a big culture of merchants and even Jewish privateers.
There's a Jewish cemetery down in Jamaica as well.
Many. And so I was actually doing preservation work at the Jewish cemetery, and I was trying to find this sort of connective tissue between my Jewish upbringing and this Jamaican sensibility I felt, or affinity for Jamaica that I felt through Desna, my nanny. And I did perhaps intellectually find a shoal connecting the two shores of my divided self, but I also was during that trip able to go with Desna's oldest daughter to her house that she grew up in, and that to me was in Mahogany Hill. You go to YS Falls near Black River and just go up the hills as far as you can, and I was able to sort of see where she came from, and I wanted to understand more what made her tick. If I needed to understand myself, I needed to understand someone who had the most influence on me. So I went on a search to tell her life story, and that became the book. And it was sort of, all told, a 4-year process of research and writing and publishing. And it was very much an emotional excavation, treading on some terrain that was certainly foreign to me and difficult, but it was such a pleasure to come away with this very special story.
So it's like the other side of her life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pre-America.
Exactly, and I feel like I don't know, I'm not able to know her right now, but I'm able to understand her past and form relationships with her children as a result, and that has been...
relationship with her past.
Yeah, for sure.
In a sense.
And I think in that way, time is tropical. It can be quite variable, and it's been kind of the blessing of the book to be able to
and it's
go back and continue that past into the future.
Okay, and it's called
Another Mother.
Another Mother. I see what Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you see where it's
to link
it's
the
an
title
appropriate
with
title.
with the experience.
Yeah, out October 21st, available at bookstores like Waterstones and Foyles in the UK, all throughout the Caribbean, 20 islands, including Jamaica, West Africa, and of course the US market.
Brilliant, brilliant. Look forward to reading it.
My
Take
pleasure.
care.
I'm so excited.
You too. Bye bye now.